Twilight's Nightmare, Chapter 20, Part 2. Twilight blinked her eyes, but not the eyes of her mental self in her library, no. She was in control of her body again. She was in her bed in her castle.
Thank you for this night,
Twilight thought.
You are welcome, but you have your sister-in-law's blackmail to thank for this.
Night responded.
Wait, she's blackmailing you?
Twilight thought in alarm.
Well, Cadence knows who I am. Her domain lets her tell us apart. She insisted that I leave you in control for this event as a show of good faith. In other words, you do what she says, or she tells Celestia? Yes. Do you trust her? Given what Celestia didn't tell her, I trust that she will keep our secret. Add the fact that she can sense our emotions, she knows something of our intent, and wants to protect her. Good.
Twilight rolled out of bed and stood, stretching like a cat. Trotting out of her room, she met up with Cadence and Shining coming out of the guest room. Cadence looked into her eyes. It felt like she was looking right through her.
Is everything alright, Cadence?
Twilight asked. Smiling and nodding, Cadence's expression softened.
Yes. I'm just glad that you're back with us, Twilight.
With a wing, she pulled Twilight in close beside her, and then started walking to where the party would be held. We all are, Shining added.
Now, I'm going to need both of you to be ready with shield spells. Whatever for?
Asked Cadence.
Pinky is running a surprise party, so there's a chance that my daughter...
Twilight paused, smiling. Still, the thought of having her own little filly made her happy.
All the things that I'm going to teach you, and all the fun things that we're going to do.
A chance of what? Shining interrupted her thoughts.
The last few surprises that she had were not good ones.
Twilight said, giving Cadence a look. Well, now's the time to start making good memories, Shining said. Twilight nodded.
Yes, but she might overreact, and I don't want Pinky being hit with a panicked force blast that could level this building. She would do that?
Cadence asked doubtfully.
I don't think so, but why take unnecessary risks? But with all of us ready, we should be able to catch anything that she might accidentally do before any pony can get her.
A metal ping announced to Twilight that some pony was at the door. A quick scrying spell and she knew that it wasn't Little Star.
What are two night guards doing at my door?
She asked Cadence. Cadence just shrugged her wings.
Well, it would be rude to keep them waiting.
Twilight then lit her horn.
Wait, move away from her before teleporting.
Night told her.
Why? Her horn reacts badly to higher dimensional magic. Leyline residue? Yes.
Twilight trotted off, rounding the corner before she released her spell. A moment later, and she arrived at the main doors to her castle. With the simplest effort of her aura, she pulled open the door. She kept her aura around the door and gave her a good reason to have her horn lit, in case this was trouble.
Hello,
she said, in seemingly a good cheer. Both bowed respectfully. Princess Twilight, the Sovereign of the Night requests your presence immediately in Canterlot. Her eyes narrowed.
And did Luna say why?
They gave no answer.
Well, you can tell her now. It's my daughter's welcome to Ponyville party, so unless the world is ending, I'm staying here.
Twilight then slammed the door closed.
Oh, what am I doing?
She thought. Night's longing to see Luna again seeped into her awareness. Twilight had an idea that just might be able to tell her if she could trust Luna. A moment later, she opened the door again.
On second thought, extend her invitation to this event. Inform her that if she could arrange for my mother, father, and Spike to attend as well, I would take it as a personal favor. Your message will be relayed, Your Highness.
Twilight then smiled.
Have a pleasant trip.
There was a sound of a pony's breath next to her where moments ago there wasn't one, and it didn't even startle her.
Yes, Pinky, I did invite Luna to the party.
The sense of candy floss confirming the identity before she even spoke.
Ooh, you're good,
Pinky said, and Twilight shrugged.
You smell like candy floss, a bit hard to miss. So, are we all set for the party? Yepperoni!
Pinky got every pony ready. Star was just outside the door. Twilight, Cadence, and Shining got ready just in case, and Star's magic opened the door. Suddenly, a mass of voices called out saying surprise. Star sat smiling at every pony, not a hint of shock, panic, or even surprise on her face.
Hi, every pony!
She said, waving a hoof. Pinky fell over sideways.
Wait, you weren't even surprised?
Star shook her head.
Sorry, Pinky, but you still host the best parties.
she said before launching into a teleport hug, arriving and embracing Twilight.
Mom!
Twilight returned the hug, nuzzling Star.
It was just so cute just watching her. It's so much more in Pony,
she thought.
So, how's your day? Oh, we had lots of fun. Even if I'm not letting them help with my spells again.
Twilight laughed softly, remembering all the chaos that the CMC had caused over her years in Ponyville.
Wait a moment. Where's Discord been?
She thought, glancing around and looking for Fluttershy.
There she is, hiding in the corner. My little star.
Twilight said, trying her best not to think of all the times that dreams had called her that.
I need to go talk to Fluttershy for a moment. Do you want to go and keep your friends company?
She said, pointing with a wingtip to where the CMC were, just entering the party. After Star happily teleport-tackled her friends, Twilight teleported herself to Fluttershy.
Fluttershy, have you— Oh dear! Sorry, it's just me, Fluttershy. No need to worry. She would if she knew that we were all in here too.
Night thought. Fluttershy visibly calmed down.
Oh, Twilight. Do you know where Discord is? He's out of town. He said something was going on that he was not allowed to interfere with. Did he say what exactly? Well, he said that even telling us that would be interfering. So he's no help, as usual.
She thought, her mind going back to his help with his plunder vines. Keeping her voice pleasant, she went on.
So when did he head off? Well, about a day before Manhattan was attacked. He knew? Somehow he knew.
Twilight thought, starting to feel betrayed.
The question is it the attempted murder of you or the attempted ascension that he cannot interfere with?
Dreams added in her mind. Twilight's anger faded. That did sound like something that Celestia might use her seals on him to enforce, make sure that he couldn't interfere with any pony becoming an alicorn.
So I am right. That warlock wants to become an alicorn. And because of that prevented Discord from even attempting to save me. If he could, he would have saved me from that, right? Are you sure?
Night mentally asked. Nodding, Twilight answered.
He may sometimes be a bit annoying, but I highly doubt that he would ever want any of us to die. Not enough chaos that way. And if he knew that you would survive?
Night asked. Twilight hummed thoughtfully. Discord, the once evil overlord of chaos, and Discord, her chaotic friend, competing in her mind as she tried to work out which one she was dealing with here. Both she and Discord were immortal.
What are a few days of suffering to one of us?
The party went on around her, every pony wanting to meet Little Star, congratulating Twilight on having such a lovely young daughter, a few begging her to keep Star away from the CMC. Twilight then smiled. The CMC would have none of that and dragged Star off to play with one of the other younger ponies. With an effort of will, Twilight made sure that all the protection and failsafe spells were in place on her books, her labs, and everything else that she cared about. She was confident that any problem that the CMC caused, she could at least clean up after no harm was done, or lasting consequences starting in the end. She let herself relax. She was here. She was with her friends. Her ponies were all around her.
That's a nice feeling, isn't it?
Cadence asked, walking up beside her, Aura offering her a drink.
What is?
Twilight asked, looking to Cadence as she accepted the drink. It was colorful and fizzed.
One of Pinky's creations,
she thought as she took a sip at the fruity concoction.
Having ponies that care about you,
Cadence answered, placing a wing over Twilight's back.
Yes, it is,
Twilight said, nuzzling Cadence. She felt Cadence stiffen beside her. A moment later, her horn sensed a powerful teleport from just outside of her castle.
I guess that must be Luna,
Twilight said, trying not to let her hopes or fears get the better of her. They both made their way to the main doors.
If you want, when the party's over, I can help you with your horn,
Twilight said.
Twilight, if it's your doing, I will trust you. But I will see what Luna's answer is first. It might tell us something about what Celestia's been hiding.
Twilight nodded as the door spell pinged in her mind. A quick scrying spell later and Twilight hesitated.
She actually brought them.
Twilight's walk became a gallop as she raced to the door, Aura nearly ripping off its hinges in her haste to open it.
Mom! Dad! Spike!
Twilight cried out, her aura pulling the three to her as she embraced them. A few tears fell from her eyes, her heart completely ignoring any annoying facts about her not being the real Twilight at that moment.
I see my contribution to this event is appreciated,
the ignored Luna said with a smile. Twilight nodded her thanks to Luna and gestured her inside with a wing. Luna nodded back and headed off into the party, taking Cadence with her. The three trapped in Twilight's powerful hug all spoke at once. "Air would be nice," her father struggled out. "I was so worried," Spike said.
What's this I hear about a little filly?
Her mother asked in a fake stern tone. Twilight, remembering her earth pony's strength, loosened her hold.
I missed you all,
she said. "Shall we go in instead of staying out here?" her father asked, ever the sensible one. Twilight then nodded.
There's some pony very important for you to meet.
Her aura levitated Spike to her back and a wing around each of her parents. Twilight then headed into the party, not even paying attention, as Dreams reached out with her magic and closed the door behind them. Today seems like a good day. The party's going fantastic, there seems to be little to no stresses, it's all good. Now let's just hope that nothing kills those good vibes. Now let's go and vibe with our pure donators. Top donators, Dash of Evergreen, Peter Coulthard, J Tinman, Darkside, and Ponyman. Courier Crucii, Delta Omega, Strix, Runescythe 9852, Dospo, Rhynie Dragonwolf, Hunter Norman, Secret Moon, Tall Rasha, The Toilet Snake, Sword Brethren Mordred, Cerberus, Goulash Eating Hazar, Starlight Glimmer, Squiddy Boy, David E. Sanchez, Soul Dragon, Gaggy, Trey, Shadow Drake, Joe Piercy, Alex F., Rainbow Dash, Teal'ca Anderson, TV Killer, John Becker, Leon Reynolds, Raven Speedster, Zach Rachow, and Mr. ECU. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and live life to the fullest.